Can a girl take you up on that lunch date?
Well, not just any girl, but you can.
Come back to get whatever it was you missed the first time?
I only took a photograph.
Yeah, I know. You, in the habit of collecting other people's memories?
I wanted to be sure that Fenton Hardy was the right man. I cannot afford to make a mistake.
Then you don't know my father.
I know of your father and his reputation with Interpol. I know he is a very kind man who would help me. But first, I need your help.
To do what?
I want to defect to the West. This is where we are going. Altair in Austria. This is the route of the downhill event. You will see that it passes through the tip of this gray shaded area. That, my friend, is Switzerland.
Switzerland is a neutral country. You can seek asylum there.
That's right. Austria is not an Iron Curtain country, but they do not take kindly to defectors thrusting them into the political arena. It has to be Switzerland. There's an old deserted cabin in the mountains, right in here. That was once a ski lodge. If I could make it to there, and transportation was waiting, it could take me into Zurich where the authorities would be ready to receive me.
If my father could make the arrangements.
Exactly. Will you and your father help me?
Look, I don't mean to put too fine a point on this, but what'll they do to us? I mean, what'll the authorities do if we're caught?
They might shoot you.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
I know what I am asking. There's no reason why you should risk your life or the life of your brother for a stranger. But you possess something I do not. The thought of it fills my every waking hour. You cannot know what it means unless you have stood and watched the tanks rolling down your street like so many faceless monsters.
Freedom.
That is what I ask.
Who else knows about this?
No one. I cannot stay long. The secret police, they watch me at all times. Only on the ski slopes am I free.
We could phone my father from the ski lodge in Altair. I don't know if he's gonna have time to make all the arrangements, but I suppose it's possible.
Then you will do it?
I'll talk to my brother.
I'm very grateful.
Just be grateful when you get to Switzerland.
Yeah.
So you're a detective?
Part-time investigator. What do you do, Mr. Somerville?
It's Alan.
What do you do, Alan?
I'm a sports writer. I cover all the major events, and Altair is one of the most important.
That's why you're here?
Why else would I be here?
Why indeed?
Did you ever find that girl you were looking for?
Not yet, but I will. I've got to. You see, there was a mix-up. She picked up my bag and I picked up hers. She's got my passport and all my traveler's checks. But I need to trust someone. And somehow I feel I can trust you.
Trust me with what?
I came across something in Gina's bag. That's her name, Gina Bartelli. Something very valuable. I don't know what to do with it.
What is it?
I'd have to show you.
Hey, Frank. Your brother's looking for you.
My brother?
Yeah, you know, that blonde kid sings a little bit.
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Nancy, I need to talk to you. It's important.
Can I see you later?
I'll find you.
Thanks.
Who is he?
That's what I was trying to find out. Our paths have been crossing, deliberately, I'd say. He says his name's Alan Somerville and that he's a sports writer.
Somerville. I never heard of him.
I saw him talking to the two men who threatened me, like he was giving them orders.
I thought I told you to stay put.
And I told you I can take care of myself.
Yes, I remember that. You're after you. what'd you hope to gain by having lunch with him?
His trust. I told him about the mix-up in bags and that I'd come across something very valuable. I wanted him to look at it for me.
What were you gonna show him?
I figure he's got to know what it is. He'll show me. Now, what's so important?
I found the girl.
I don't know. I don't know what it's all about. I swear to you, I don't know what it is they want.
Tell us what you do know.
Well, my brother Dominic and I were never really close. He was much older. I hadn't seen him in years. The last time was just before he went to Vietnam. After the war, he disappeared. No one in the family knew what had happened to him. I thought he was dead. Then about 6 weeks ago, I started receiving letters from here.
These letters?
Yes. It was quite a shock to hear from him. He sounded frightened. He insisted that I come to Budapest.
What happened when you did?
He died the day before I arrived. Pneumonia. It's ironic. Ever since we were children, he had wanted to live in the mountains. He liked the cold.
What'd you do then?
I collected his things. They're all here. Everything.
But he had a chateau. There must have been furniture, other possessions.
Oh, the chateau was all boarded up. He'd liquidated everything. All the authorities could give me were the things that he took with him to the hospital.
Who are the men who were after your brother?
I don't know. They told me that they were old friends from the war. That Dominic had something that belonged to them. Something worth $250,000.
$250,000.
That I had it now. It had been in cash. They said that he converted it into something small enough to carry. Something here.
But what?
Not the letters, but the stamps. One of those stamps, maybe.
No, I went through the stamps. They're all canceled.
A microdot. It's just a thought.
Well, it's not here. We've been through everything.
I'm sorry I got you involved in this. I just didn't want them to find me with the bag. I meant to switch them back as soon as I found you on the train.
Well, we're all involved in it now.
When we get to Altair, we'll inform the authorities as to what's happening. For all we know, the $250,000 may still be in the chateau.
This purse is mine.
I think in the meantime, we should all stick together for the rest of the journey.
Oh, no. I've caused you too much trouble already. I'll be all right.